Okay guys, going to tell you a wee stimulator pattern. Now, it's a good wee pattern to have in your box if you face the big logs. Hook in the face is a size 10 medium wire hook. The thread I'm going to use is Uni Thread 801 black. I'm just going to start the thread off behind the eye of the hook. And we'll just run this down. Just run the thread down until we're past the point of the hook and remove the waist tag. Now, the tail on the fly is going to be red bucktail, or sorry, red deer hair. It's just deer hair dyed red. Now, you don't need too much, just a small pinch. Just clean that out. Now, just like to stack it, just like to pop it into the hair stacker. Give it a quick rattle. I'll line the tips up. Take it out of the stacker. And you just want this to be about the length of the body over the back. Right. Don't worry about these parts fan out. Just concentrate and tan in the tail, keeping a hold of it. Just taking my thread down to the barb. Then we'll come in, scrub all these, trim them away nice and close. Now don't worry about them sticking out. They're grand, I'll sort them out. Now the rib, this is an oval silver tinsel, an extra small. Okay, so we'll tie this in. Just come around with a turn, just pull it in the length. Don't need to be too fussy with the body. The body's going to be dubbed. So just run it up and then back down. Just don't want to be just sitting tan on one spot at the back, you'll just create a lump. Now, the dubbing that I'm going to use for the body is a traditional Irish dubbing in gold and olive. So I'm just going to dub this on. Always taking your dubbing the one way. Spin it on. Bring it up to the hook. Now, once you get it onto the hook and anchored, you can tighten up if you need to. Now, when you want to take this up, you want to leave a good 2/3 of the hook at the front, because we're going to put in a haggle, wing, bit of a thorax and another haggle. Now the body haggle on the fly is going to be a yellow cock saddle haggle. So just take one of these off, remove the rubbish, burr some of the fibres off the stem, and we'll tie this in nice and tight. Come in, trim away the stem. I'm looking to get 3 turns going here at the shoulder of the fly, and then 3 turns down the body is plenty. Keeping a hold of your tip, just fly it around with your oval gold tinsel, and you're looking 4 turns of the oval gold onto the body. Now, keeping the oval gold tight, you can break away the tip. Anything that's going forward, just stroke it back. Bring your oval gold up in front, follow it around with your thread. Just get tight turns in to secure it in. We like a wax on the thread. Okay, just going to come in with my Velcro on my lollipop stick. Just want to bring out some of the dubbing into the fly. Sweep everything back. Now bring your thread tight back up against the body haggle, where we like a wax on the thread. The wing is deer hair dyed brown. So I'm going to take a small pinch of the deer hair for the wing. Now, always trim your deer hair right down and tight. You trim it up here. See, we trim it away up here. I'll show you. If you trim it away up here, you'll knock it in to get your next part. So it's better to cut it down tight into the skin. Now, I'm just going to clear all the rubbish and fluff from the bottom, because we're going to stack this again. Now, you don't need to stack it. Just put it on. This is just my personal preference. All the tips have lined up. Just take that out of the hair stagger. And you want the tips of the wing to be coming back past your body hackle. So just hold it on top. Just going to come around with a pinching loop. And then another. I'm just going to tighten up now with the thread turns. And I'm just keeping a hold of this. I'm not letting it go. I'm not going to let the wing go yet until I'm happy that I've got everything in my hand to trim it away. Come in, nice tight cut. Take our thread down over the cut ends of the deer hair. Right. We're going to ignore like a wax on. Bring the thread down. Okay, now we're not looking too bad. Now the next part is going to be this colour. It's an orange olive. It's a lovely colour, this. Nice and bright. We're going to dub this on your thread for the thorax. Now we're just going to get this on the thread to get it ready. So, and we can add more when we need. You want to leave yourself a good eye length here at the front. The hackle that I'm going to put in the front and wind it through the thorax is just a cock saddle hackle in dark brown or a dark red game, if you want to call it that. Right, you're got a decent hackle here. Got one. Let's remove all the rubbish. Just break it away from the bottom. Take away some of the barbs. Just tie this in. Come in, clip away the stem. I'm just going to bend this forward at this stage. I'm going to slide my bit of my dubbing up. Now I'm just going to come around and hold it. Get my thread turns in front. Now I want the thorax a wee bit thicker. So I'm going to put on another wee bit of dubbing. Bit of the orange olive. Lovely bright stuff, this dubbing. And you get plenty of colours in the range now. What I'm going to do is bring my hackle down. I'm going to palmer down the thorax. I'm going to get 2 turns at the front. And then a couple of turns through the thorax. Right down to the wing. To there. Now, just going to come around with my thread. Just bring my thread through the thorax. Up to the eye, sweep everything back. Get your thread in front. And then going to be like a wax on the thread. Just for the front. Right. Don't be trying to break this away because it's only the thread that's holding it. So it's just to come in, trim it away. Anything that's going forward, just sort of way. Brush it back. Take the excess wax off, keeping your thread tight. Come in. And we'll just do a whip finish. And I just want to make sure all this is sitting back. Happy with that. Nice tight whip finish. Pull your thread tight where you go. Pull it that tight, it's broke, but it's okay. The whip finish is in. Just clearing the eye of any wax. And just to finish off, just going to put on a tiny drop of varnish around the head, right the whole way right round. Right, I didn't get any in the eye, but I'm just going to check to make sure it's clean. And just clean that out. And there you go, guys. So that's just a wee Irish stimulator. Now, these here come in a wide colour range. And you fish them dry, you can fish them subsurface. But I'll tell you, you face the big locks, it's good to have some of those in your box and tie them to the colour combinations that face well on the locks that you fish. But there you go. So tie a few up, and hopefully they can catch you a few fish. Many thanks for watching.